Hey guys, in today's video, I'm going to show you how to change the oil on a 2018 Chevy Suburban. Now this should also be the same process for 2016 through 2019 Suburbans, as well as other GM trucks in those model years. So let's go ahead and jump right into it and get started. I started off by laying out my wood ramps. These are really helpful in getting under the vehicle and having a little bit more space to work with. And if you're interested, I actually have another video on my channel that I'll link on how I built these. And I always like to share some scripture in my videos. I hope that you guys enjoy this verse. After driving up on the ramps, I went ahead and added some chocks behind the wheels and then popped the hood, which is right here under the steering wheel. And here we are under the hood, and this is where your oil fill cap and your dipstick is going to be located. That's the fill cap right there, and then the dipstick on the right. Before I get started, I always like to put some cardboard under the area I'm going to be working to prevent oil spills on the driveway. And then I just have this oil drain container, which is really convenient as well. And here's a quick look under the car, and this is the area that we're going to be working in. So here's a better angle, and you can see on the left here, the blue is the oil filter, and then on the right is the bolt that we're going to remove to drain the oil out. And it's a bit hard to see here because of the glare, but this is a 15mm socket that I'm going to be using to remove that bolt. And sometimes you'll find that these are really tight. So in my case, I wasn't able to do it easily just with my hand. And so what I did is I went ahead and grabbed a pipe, and I use that as an extension to get a little bit of leverage, and that makes it much easier to break that seal. And next, once you've broken that seal, all you're going to do is just unscrew that bolt until the oil starts pouring out, and make sure your container is positioned right under where that oil is going to flow. After just a few minutes, you'll see that the oil will stop flowing out of there, and that means it's time to change our oil filter. So here we have the AC Delco PF63. That's what I'm using on this truck, and you're just going to unscrew that blue part on the left, and that's your oil filter. So it's pretty simple. You just turn it to the left counterclockwise, and you'll see here, don't make the same mistake that I did. It kind of slipped out of my hand at the end and ended up getting oil all over the place. But you're just going to screw the new one on in the same place, and that's all you have to do. And after you've added your new oil filter, I like to just wipe everything down, and then you're going to also replace the bolt for the oil drain, and make sure you go ahead and tighten that down. All right, now we're back under the hood, and this is where we're going to fill our oil with the SAE OW20. And that's what's indicated on the oil cap as well. So I have this Mobil 1 Extended Performance, and we're also going to look for that Dexos on the label that is also indicated on the oil fill cap. This vehicle specifies 8 quarts of oil needed in an oil change, so each of these large containers is 5 quarts. I just use a simple funnel and go ahead and pour in the entire first container, and then you'll see on the second one I take my time a little bit slower to make sure I get it to the right level. And once it's filled up, I like to just go ahead and wipe everything down real quick, and then make sure you replace your oil fill cap. After that, I just went ahead and reversed off of the ramps, and I do that before I check my oil with the dipstick just to make sure I'm getting an accurate reading. After you pull your dipstick, you're going to want to wipe it off and then put it back in, and then pull it again, and that's when you'll get your reading. So here we are just looking to be right on those little crisscrosses. It's a bit hard to see from this camera, but it was right in the dead center, and that's where we want to be. And the last step is you're going to want to update the service on your vehicle. So just go ahead and go to the info. So you're going to do that by clicking the left arrow and then go ahead to the info at the top. Check that, and then you're going to scroll down until you get to oil life, and then hold that center check mark, that center button, and hold that for a few seconds, and it will reset it to 100%. Thank you so much for checking out today's video. I really hope that you enjoyed it, and if you did, please make sure to hit that like button and also subscribe to the channel. Thanks for watching.